एक फॉरेनर को भी समझ है कि भारत को रैंकिंग देने वाले बायस्ड हैं। उन्हें पता है कि जो पैरामीटर्स बाकी छोटे छोटे देशों के लिए ये यूज करते हैं उससे भारत के सफलता की बराबरी नहीं की जा सकती। इन्होंने साफ साफ कह दिया कि भारत में बैठे हुए और खुद को इंटेलेक्चुअल क्लास कहलाने वाले लोग ही एंटी इंडिया फोर्सेस हैं। यही लोग देश के विरोध में काम करते हैं। मोदी विरोध तो बस बहाना है। यही कहने पर राजदीप सरदेसाई अपने कनक्लेव में ही इन फॉरेनर पर भड़क गया और उमर खालिद 370 हटाने पर लोगों को नजरबंद करना जैसी बातें करने लगा, जैसे किसी ने इसके नीचे ही माचिस मार दी हो।
So each of them has the same methodology. They do a survey of intellectuals, journalists, academics who either are based in the country they're studying or who are students of the country from outside. Prominent academics and journalists who cover, in India's case, India. Maybe people at Harvard, maybe people at JNU, it may be people in the mainstream media. They survey them and they ask them to report back on the country. It's those reports that are biased. Now, at the level of the organization, there's a lack of editorial oversight. I don't excuse that, but I do understand it. If you're exercising editorial oversight about narratives for 150, 170 countries, that's a lot of oversight to exercise. It's a lot of hard work. But fundamentally, these biases don't creep in because the organizations are anti-India. They creep in because, forgive me, India's intellectual class is anti-India. As a class, not as individuals.
No. India's intellectual class is anti-India, or are you saying that they are anti-Mr. Modi and are conflating the two? Or are you conflating the two?
There is a bit of both. They're certainly anti-BJP, anti-Mr. Modi, as a class, not every individual. But imagine that in a couple years you get a UPA government. Okay. Will they tear down the Ram Mandir? Will they reverse the policies, the very policies that are criticized in these rankings? Will they get rid of the UAPA? Right. So the basis on which the criticisms are made, those bases will probably remain in place. If they do, then the same criticisms will apply to them.
No, but aren't those intellectuals or activists supposed to stand up to the Indian state where, let's say, an individual activist is arrested for his ideological beliefs and denied bail under UAPA, like an Omar Khalid, for example, an activist in the CA agitation, when there are hundreds of Kashmiris who were put in jail once Article 370 was removed? I mean, are these not questions that Indians are entitled? When you turn around and say intellectuals and activists are being anti-India, maybe they are standing for the few spaces that are available to question the government of the day. And that's what is, in my view, India's greatness, that we still allow it to happen, unlike a China or a Hong Kong. Why not celebrate it rather than suggest this is being anti-India? Actually, patriotism, as separate from nationalism perhaps, is actually questioning your government. So the very intellectuals that in a way you're demonizing are actually the intellectuals we should be celebrating, because unlike others, they're at least raising a few red flags.